Doc Rivers explained what he meant when he said, check my resume to the Bucks players following a loss. And I'm going to dive in deep into it. He basically was talking about how there was one player who was like just talking about his stats. And Doc was like, well, I got stats too. Okay, check my resume. And it was in reference to what Indiana coach Curt Cignetti said. I believe it was in his introductory press conference where he was like, check my resume. I won everywhere. And he said that was taken so out of context to what I was trying to say. And, a lot of people are saying, well, who's the mole? Obviously Cam Thomas, because Cam Thomas is the only one who's played like that. Okay. That's where I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to guess it was Cam Thomas. I don't know that for sure. But it would make sense the fact that a guy that they were so high on is then waived after 2 weeks. It would make sense that something kind of went down and, he might have been talking to the press. He might have been talking to the media about getting benched. All right, being out of the rotation. So it's I'm going to go to Shams and I'm going to air out all this dirty laundry, which I don't think is right. And, Doc was very diplomatic about it. But, like I said, it was probably Cam Thomas because to go from a guy that Milwaukee, that was going to be a part of their future for next season to then be waived 11 days later, it would make sense that Cam Thomas is somehow one way or another involved in this.